Welcome to Board Game Archaeologists, where we play time-worn games from the past. I'm Hunter.
I'm Rob.
And today we're looking at Sinbad the board game by Catico.
Sinbad, a game of excitement, thrills, and adventure from the Columbia Pictures Sinbad movies, ages 5 to 12, and can be played with 2 to 4 players. This game is based on all 3 Sinbad films from The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. The Eye of the Tiger was made in 1977, and this game was made in 1978. As you can see on the board, there's a little of everything. You've got Golden Voyage, Seventh Voyage, you've got Eye of the Tiger, and you've got the man-eating skull, the two-headed snake, and the bad genie, which were not in any of the Sinbad films that I know of, at least not these 3, because I've seen them a lot.
And this game is pretty easy to play and also simple to set up. All you need is your 4 players, you got your board, you've got a handful of treasure tokens, 3 monster cards, and a spinning wheel with 2 rings, the outer ring representing movement and the inner ring representing actions.
So we start the game by putting 3 treasures on all 4 islands of each area, the areas being the Bay of Horrors, the Impossible Ocean, the Sea of Monsters, and the Gulf of Fear.
And when you're traversing in your voyage, there's 4 different kind of spaces that you can run into. There's your blank space, which is neutral, the X space, which will send you back 1 space, and then your island spaces, which are the footprints. The white footprint is your chance to obtain the treasure on that island. To obtain the treasure on the island, you take a spin at the wheel, and you use the inner ring to determine whether you get the treasure. You need to claim it beforehand, though. So to get 2 treasure, you would have to say, I'm going for 2. You spin it, and if it lands on 2, you get the treasure. If it doesn't, you don't get anything. That applies to each number. If you land on a monster space, which is the black footprint, then not only do you have to call for treasure and succeed, you also spin for the monster. If you don't gain any treasure, there's no need to spin for the monster. But when you do, you spin for that same inside ring. You want to just aim for the highest number possible.
When you get your monsters, you got to keep them face down so you don't know what number you really need to win. So you spin it, and it's a random thing, and then you flip your card over to see which one is the highest one.
Regardless, you move forward 3 spaces so that you're clear of the island.
You can't go to the island twice is what they're really stopping you from doing right away. The islands are fairly close, so it could actually, on this one, move you into another island fairly quickly.
And moving quickly is part of the goal. You want to get back to Baghdad after you've cleared all of your opportunities to make treasure, because once you get back to Baghdad, the round is over, and wherever anyone else is on their voyage, they need to return for the next round, where they then go on the voyage to the right of their voyage that round.
And making sure you hit all 4 voyages in the game.
So that way, you take all of your accumulated treasure throughout those rounds, add them up, and you've got your winner. So what did you think of the game?
I really like the game. I think it's based on the right age bracket of 5 to 12. It was easy to learn. We went through it a couple times, and it was pretty much in our heads. But the favorite part for me is that I'm a giant Ray Harryhausen fan, and I've been a fan of his forever. So anything that he has or his characters are on, I'm going to absolutely love and have in my collection no matter what. What do you think?
I really like it. It's easy to set up. You can play it in around 5 minutes if you really know what you're doing. If you just spin and know what's going on. The only real thing that I can think of that isn't really optimal is just the monster spots. Because initially, I thought fighting or escaping a monster is pretty cool. But then, when you have something to lose, and you lose it to the witch, it's not as satisfying.
The other thing I had a problem with on the game is I think you can really tell if you're going to lose. There's a point in the game where somebody was very lucky in his picks or her picks, and by the time you get to your 3rd island or your 3rd round or your 4th round, without getting 3s on every roll, so there's a math number that once you hit the 12 number, because there's 4 different islands per grouping, the max you could get would be 12 golds. So if somebody's already got more than 12 golds by the 4th one above you, you're just totally done. So that you should be able to call a genie for good luck or rub a lamp or something.
But otherwise, if you somehow got your hands on this game, I think it's worth cracking it open. You might find something that's worth burning a few minutes with some people that you like, and I'd recommend it.
Yep. And if you're a sculptor and you want to make little characters for this game, we would love you. I'm Rob.
And I'm Hunter.
And thanks for watching Board Game Archaeologist. We look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to do everything in our power to go through this massive collection of games and toys from the 60s, 70s, 80s, or maybe even today. Whatever we feel to do.
See you next time.
Bye.